Hello and welcome to Sunday Factorio. Yeah. Yesterday I designed and laid out a reworked, moved, shifted over red, green, blue circuit area to keep the bus running, to make us all the stuff that we need. And I made the decision last night to fill it all out. And then I started taking down the old stuff. And that's taken all morning. The bots have been going nuts. I mean, they've literally just finished. And the reason is, for all of that, is this, basically. So you see this is now basically crammed full of red circuits, green circuits, blue circuits. And basically, even though I tried to move as much of it over as possible with trains, the trains that already were there was just loads and loads of stuff in chests. And, like, for example, blue circuits take loads and loads of green circuits, but not too many red. So we ended up with, once it had eaten through all the green circuits, there were loads of red circuits left. And, of course, there's blue circuits left. And actually, these two trains are still basically full of blue circuits because the whole thing's ground to a halt because there are now no green and red coming in. Obviously, I've set up various things around the base to try and reuse things, and so they're feeding them in. So, for example, the solar panels have a requester for green circuits, so that's boosting that. Obviously, there's no actual green circuits coming in. I hadn't anticipated that would take so long, basically. So, where I thought I'd just, rip it all up and have done the train, moving and all, all that stuff, I haven't, basically. So we need to do all of that type stuff. Now, there's a couple of things. This isn't running properly. I had all the trains, go back and forth, so they're all full, and it's all sort of full on that front. But I haven't charged this up, so I haven't started the plastic producing. And that's the blocker. So these will have loads of, there's green circuits here and waiting to go in, but there's no red circuits being produced. So it's not actually moving, so we need to do that. I stopped this train, basically. I picked up the miners, so we've got no nuclear trains there. So that's the first thing we should probably do is stick in this uranium mining. I did decide in the end to bring the sulfuric acid over from the bus, because then I get a system where it's basically using petroleum more than it was, and it's like self-limiting, so it's not too bad. But it means it's using sulfuric acid, which is petroleum, and that helps out with the whole thing of running out of lube that I had before. So we should go in and put the uranium in. We'll do that first, and then we can see this. There was also an error. I'd connected these up to the wrong thing, so I'd connected them up in the middle. So this was all full of iron ore and copper ore and that. So I had to fix that. So what I'm kind of anticipating is this stream is kind of finishing off that tidying up process and getting it all ready for purple. And we might start the purple build, but probably not, to be honest with you. Just a chill one, basically. So what I'll do first, let's head down the bottom here. I've left some of the lane. I took up the green one, but I've left the red one in so I can remember which one it is, because it's not obvious. Just to introduce myself, in case anyone's watching new, I'm Trismegistus, and have you been weird? Oh, I disconnected it, haven't I? So they've nowhere to put. Okay, let's just plop that back in. So I'm Trismegistus, and this is my streaming series where I'm trying to build a megabase. I've a couple of thousand hours in the game now, but I've never made a megabase. Why are you not picking that up? I've never made a megabase, and that's the goal for this. And as such, I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I do in the sense I've played the game a lot, but I don't know what I'm doing in terms of making a Megabase. So I'm making a lot of errors, or learning things is probably the best way of thinking about it. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so like I put these, circuit builds in here, and it's turned out that this is going to be quite a good space to use for the sciences. I'm anticipating purple essentially being the kind of last science we do in the base. And then it'll be a case of, so I'm going to leave the belts. Then it'll be a case of building some stuff outside the walls. Yeah, as I say, if you're new, hello, welcome. There's no one live yet, but you might be watching on the VODs or something like that on YouTube. I know a few people do. So what I'm thinking is that we go straight across there now, basically. And I can pick that up. I might just leave this here for the time being, because I kind of want to rework this, but it might be a bit of a pain to do that. I don't know. Oh, it should be okay, because it's just a case of... Oh, no, the train station's on the wrong side, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll leave this here for the time being. So might move it down so that it's there, and we've got a better junction there. But we'll leave this corner for the time being, so I can pick up some of this blue circuit drop off. Oh no, don't take them. I've turned the power off somehow. Oh, I guess the power was coming in from somewhere else. Oh, I haven't even got my bots on. Yeah, it's sort of, I'd sort of thought maybe I'd be able to blast through, picking all the stuff up, but it just turned out to be so much. Let's leave that so it can empty whenever we get it restarted. Yeah, so we'll take the rail down to here, and then we'll go and sort out the uranium. Like this, so leave that there. That'll do. So what we'll do, we'll get everyone to follow us, because they've got all the stuff. But then I'll go on over here. Actually, because I put this new green circuits build here, we've blocked off the train basically, so we need to go over the top, but that's fine. But yeah, there's a few other odd jobs we could do if we get cleared up first, such as add more rework this basically, but in the sense of adding more to it. I think I should make it so that I can have more, effectively move the artillery over here, sort of thing, so that I can have more like that and more like that, because at the moment they're obviously blocking each other. So effectively we'll do a sort of right angle, and add the ability to have more trains there. Right, just arriving now. So let's go and sort of stick some uranium on here. No, I might leave that one for the time being. And we'll go and do this one, because we need to clear off these trees. I think I overdid things a bit yesterday, because I was quite tired from the hot weather and the lack of sleep. And then I cleaned my flat and did a 3-hour live stream, and had a whole thing with my neighbours, and basically it actually happened at the end of the live stream. They came and knocked on my door to essentially complain about a tree in my garden. I say my garden, it's not my garden, it's my landlord's garden, but it's enormous. Oh, it was enormous when I moved in, but we've had a pandemic, so there's been I've not wanted to do anything in terms of, I don't know. Which way round is this? So I've got a special one for uranium, I think, haven't I? Uranium load, there we go. So I guess it kind of doesn't matter where it is. I can just feed it round because it's not exactly a high volume amount. I mean, just to show you there's still, so it's been switched off for ages, and these are all empty. There's actually, if it ran out, there's a whole load of uranium in chests over here. That's from when I've been fiddling about basically, but yeah, it was still not emptied. It's still got all of them in there. And these, I did actually add some more of these, but there's thousands of the 2-3, whichever it is, 235. I added some more of these because obviously we've got a lot more trains over here now. They've previously been fueled, from here. Let's load more trains now, so I've added more in there. But yeah, so we can put a little corner just on the end here because the train's not going to go anywhere else. So no, that's not a corner, is it? That's the junction. Where's the corner? It's going to be with the other train stuff. There it is. No, there it is. So if we just put a corner there, and then I'll take some straight rail all the way around. There we go. That should take us down to where we need to be. And then we want the uranium load, rather. Pop it in there. And again, we can just, the sulfuric acid is coming in via the train. So, oh, that's a bit close. It should be okay. Have you... No, so they've not actually come yet. So if I pick that up, it's just a bit too close, that I think. So it needs to be sort of one thing down, I think. So we'll take that out and plop it in there. That's a bit better. Okay, so I can use a regular. Get rid of the trees as well. I mean, am I going to put speeds on these? I don't think I'm fussed. Let's just use if I've still got it, we use the regular mining drill one. That one there. And then quite like to just have 4 lanes, so that's a bit annoying, isn't it? If we put it, say, there, it's just a little bit of uranium at the end there. And there. Oh well. Oh well. Pop that there. Pop that there. Cool. So let's hop out. And then just sort of improvise these together. Like this. Like that. And then... Ah. It's a bit annoying. That. Stick you together. Balance you. Stick you together. Oh. Okay, let's move these up. Oops. There we go. Now I need to get the power connected, which is there. Ah, one tile. Hey. See if I can move this down one. Yeah, there we go. So I just need to call this whatever the proper name is, I think. Oh, I need to hook up this, don't I? So that would be there. Hook this into the back. I'm not sure why I hook it into the back. It's just a habit, basically, I think. Right, so let's get all this sort of connected together. So we can take a pipe across there, and then there, and there, and like that. So connect this here. Cool. Let's bring you lot over. Fill that out. Oh, of course, they picked up a load of wood and stuff, haven't they? Right. So if we go up here, I don't know what I'm supposed to call this train. What is the name? So it's bus uranium load. Okay. So it's bus uranium load. And here she comes. So it should bring... What are you lot moaning about? Oh, it's random bits you picked up. Oops. Yeah, so it should be... Oh, it's fine. Cool. Everyone done? Cool. Yeah, so it should bring the sulfuric acid in. It's on like a timer, this one, so it doesn't... I mean, it was before I really even had circuits properly all set up, but there's no clever thing going on in terms of, you know, any of this stuff. We could actually put speeds in, couldn't we? Because it's not filling those belts, but I say it's not high use item really. Right, so we can get rid of that. So that's done. And these should just pop back and forth. I say it's every 60 seconds basically. And I can always, if we run out of sulfuric acid, I can, you know, I can bring it across and, you know, might hook that one in via the bus. Cool. Okay, so that's uranium back up and running. Oh, get back in Spidey. That's uranium back up and running. I am going to get rid of all of this rubbish. So let's just do that. Let's go down there. We need to do this. I could connect it over with pipes, basically, because obviously the heavy's down here. But I think I'll just use the barrels. We'll come over and chuck a bit of... I'll need to make sure it's the right one, but we'll chuck some stuff in to this pipe here. It is. We'll check. Because I never picked it. Well, it's part of the reason I never picked it up. But this is the barreling for the heavy to get it to charge it, as it were. I never quite understood why they'd done it like that. Right, let's pop out. You lot seem to move out of the way. Cool. And get rid of all this. Yeah, I never quite understood why they had it be a one of those systems where, you know, you need to have the material before you can make the material. I always find that I was saying this on my Satisfactory stream. I've always found that a little bit frustrating when games, you know, building management games do that. Are we all out of all full, all empty rather? No, you've still got stuff in. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Where it makes you, you know, you've got to have a system that produces the stuff that you want in order to produce the stuff that you want. It's sort of like a recursive loop in a way, you know. So here we've got to charge it up with heavy oil before we can actually get it running. And one of the outputs from it is going to be heavy oil. And it's like, well, why not just, you know, come up with some other system? So I've got it on my Satisfactory game as well, where to make the, what's it called? I can't remember what the next tier of machine is called, but I think it's an assembler. But in order to make it, you need heavy modular frames. And the only way you can automate heavy modular frames is with an assembler. So you've got to manually produce the heavy modular frames in order to make your first assembler, which will then give you the heavy modular frames to make more assemblers. And I say it's a sort of recursive loop that, you know, you get in a few management games, so I never quite understood why. Because you can easily get yourself sort of wrapped in knots, basically, of, wait, but how do I get that? I make it in that machine. But how do I get that machine? Oh, I have to make these first. But in order to make these, I have to have the machine. Right, so, oh, I haven't got any things on me, have we? But somebody's got, yeah, okay. So if we grab that, it should just be able to sort of do it here, basically. So, unbarreling, empty, yeah, and then connect that up to there, around like that. It is, yeah, it's heavy oil it needs. So we'll chuck a bit in. I might, if I break this first, then it'll all go into this one machine, hopefully. I think, yeah. Right, so let's chuck them in there. Oh, where did it all go? Oh. Heavy oil, heavy oil. Why has it not gone? Oh, that's the output. Whoops. I thought it was the other way around. I've just lost oil that heavy oil, haven't I? Right. Let's... How am I going to get that around there? If I pick that up and then just sort of connect that. Right. And then I need to pop that back in. Like that. And you've got the barrel, so I can pick that up. So I thought it was the other way around, but clearly not. And then put that in there. Them in there. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. Okay. We've got 2 of these, so I need to go and do that again. I can actually, thinking about it, I could I? If I plop this here and then do a fill, pop them in. Is that going to let me grab that? Yeah, so they're all filled up. Yep, okay. Why have you stopped? Oh, because you can't get rid of your heavy oil. Why? Oh, I bet I've not connected the water up, have I? No, I didn't connect the water up. I forgot about that. Yeah, because we need to connect all of these waters up. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, so I don't think anyone's got pumps. I think I was the only one carrying pumps. No, wrong again. So we need to connect that, say, like that. And connect that over. Do that there. Does it need any more water? Because I connected these, the steam engines, but I didn't connect the actual production things here. Okay, we're all running now. Right, let's jump in Spider. head over to the other side because we've got another one here. Obviously I need to remember to connect the water again. Right, so we get it right this time. Right, so if I plop this here, connect that across to there, turn that into empty heavy barrels, and I might just disconnect that just in case. Turn that round, pop you in. You're now running, excellent. Okay. Cool, so same again, it should run until it kind of runs out of water. If I run it along here, it's probably easiest. So I'll just sort of take this up this way. Like that. And then, well, actually, let's take it above. Oops. Like that. So then, can I put them literally next to each other? No, well, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so we do like that. In fact, why don't I just copy and paste it like that. Like that. Okay, and then we're going, well, actually, let's get rid of these trees, I think. And then, oh, I don't know. Okay, and then we're going to want 2 pumps here somewhere. So those sort of intersect there. So if we do that, oops, like that, and then you're here. Cool. So you're like that. Okay. So let's go and hook the other end up and then run along with the spiders. Okay, so 1, 2. That's not a good arrangement. Let's do something like that instead. Yeah. Corner that, cool. And if we jump in you, everybody will follow me over. You can fill all that in. It's probably a bit far for the water to come, but yeah, whatever. Right, so is everything running? Well, certainly plastic's coming out, anyway. Cool. Okay, red circuits are running. Although, why are you not? I guess it's just backed up, basically. Well, these aren't quite really getting any plastic, are they? It is coming through very thin. Because this should be solid lanes, but I think it's because of the weirdness I've done here with how I've arranged it, basically. Because these are running okay. Is this one backed up? Yeah, you see it's backed up. So there's quite a lot of stuff trapped in two at the end. Okay. So what I can do, help that out, is this. Like this. And that should, I think, this might work. Is this going to work? Oh no, it's loading it onto the wrong side, isn't it? That's annoying. I mean, I could swap these over. So put that there. That like that. And then that like that. Oops. Yeah, okay. I mean, actually, didn't really need to do that because, no, let's do that. Let's just crack on with it. So, put that there, put that there, put that there. Cool. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. What I should have done is take it out the side there, but whatever. You know, when I was originally doing it, but yeah. Yeah. Like that. Suddenly got very warm today. It's very strange. Wasn't this well earlier on today? There we go. So that's more like 3 lanes of plastic. Should have some lane balancers as well because it's still got gaps in it, but it's not far off. So that's a bit better, a bit more flow. This is now backed up, so we're obviously getting much better flow through. Oh, it's backed up because the red circuits are backed up. Why have the red circuits backed up? Ah, there's an error there. Yeah, so that should be coming through there. Bet that's the same on this one as well, because it was just flipped over. No, it looks okay. Because that's output in there. Yeah, that's all fine. That's now coming through. So the red circuits are coming in. Are blue circuits being made? This is the big question. Well, something's running. Right, it's all just backed up. Cool. Okay. So we'll go and sort of hook this in to the bus. And then we'll call this a success. That's probably a little generous, but... Right, oops. Held shift makes something. Right, so we go that way. Where do I actually want to go? I probably want to come up sort of here, but I would need to landfill that. Are the landfill bots anywhere near? Yeah, I thought they weren't far off. Be nice to just sort of avoid this. Come down here maybe. What is that? Oh, it's just a little bit of stuff. I should have a blueprint with... Where is it? There it is. So if we go sort of Do something like that. And sort of trim the corner. Where are you lot coming? You're here, are you? And then I can sort of bring it down. Thinking about avoiding these pipes just for convenience sake. So get that land filled in. To there, say. Oops. Right. Just tidy this up a bit. Okay. I haven't got any stuff on me because I'm anticipating going and clearing all the... Oops, wrong place. All the junk up, basically. So when I do that, I tend to empty my inventory and sort of use myself as a gigantic, you know, chest, effectively. Right. Let's bring it over here. Right. Let's see if we can't come around the corner here. So where do we want to go? We want to go probably across this and sort of connecting here, basically. Maybe connecting... Does anything need green? Because this is green circuits, that's red circuits, and obviously that's blue. So I've got a balancer there for some reason. I guess that's where I was originally feeding in green. So if we were to come across here, is anything using... Yes, it is. We're using green circuits there. So that is kind of the level... So we'll have to dogleg us, I think, basically. Probably just easy going down there and doglegging now. Okay, so let's see where we can put this stuff so it avoids pipes. How about we go here? If I just hop out, how about we do that? Yeah, I'm going to hit a tree. I've hit a tree! Okay, and then like that. Oops. Oh, I put undergrounds on. Huh! It's sort of deconstructing it then in the... Because it sort of builds it. It's quite clever how they've done it, actually. And then like that. Okay. I think I've got them misaligned, haven't I? That should be that one. That should be that one. There we go. Awesome. So let's bring you lot back. See if you can't fill more of it out. Ah, dear. Could take them. I guess I could dump these guys back over where there's proper landfill, really. That's a nice green band, crikey. I mean, the main bots will fill that out. It's all in the construction area, so we'll just leave that. Okay. So, let's hop out. Put this back in. So, I could take the blue directly over. How about we try and fit through that gap? Would that work? No. It needs to be through this gap, which is that one there. So it needs to be through here. I think. Yeah. So if we go like that, and then we want some undergrounds. Okay, and then we'll sort of trace this back. Let's just have it dogleg here, I guess. Like that. Oops. Cool. Let's bring the Spideys over, see if they can't fill it all out. You missed a bit, lads. You missed a bit. They should have enough belts to do all this, because going a couple of thousand and it's not that much belt. It's just running out of charge, I think, basically. Yep, there we go. So that's that all connected. And then I need to connect it all up here. Don't really necessarily... I love the way they sort of struggle to stand on the belt. Let's send them all over there, keep them out of the way, because we can do this without them, basically. So let's go across there. In fact, let's connect that like that, and then go across there. And then this is the blue, so what we actually want to do is something akin to that. I'm just going to blend it in for the time being, because I've got loads of blue circuits, both on the train and in the system, so I don't really need it. Same with red, really. Although with red, there's nothing coming in. This is red, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So we can just feed these in here. But there's loads of reds in the storage. So we can get rid of that. I think that's red anyway. Should be able to trace it back. Yeah, there's your red there. There's your red there. And then let's copy and paste that. Like that. Because this needs to go much further over. To here. Oops. Like that. Like that. Like that. And get rid of that. Cool. So that's finally some green science, because the base has sort of stopped because of the science has stopped anyway, because so it's only the ones where I've been bringing the circuits in by watts where they've actually been still working. But yeah, it's all been sort of paralysed for a while. So I wasn't anticipating it taking quite so long to do everything. There's some gaps here. Are there? How are there gaps if... Maybe that's an old view. Must be an old view there. Let's see if we can get a radar plot down something. It's like I haven't got any radars now. Well, I've got some on me, but there's no radars being made because there's no circuits. If I put a radar in there, then that'll make sure that's uncovered. Which there can't be a gap because they've got red and blue, green circuits, but we'll just make sure. Right, so this should all be running, basically. You know, we've got blue circuits, we've got red circuits, we've got green circuits, we've got uranium. Is uranium getting dropped off here? No? Here? Yeah, we've got uranium being dropped off. Are we processing uranium? We're processing uranium. So, it's all working, which means we can go and break this connection here. I think. Are you all done? Yeah, you're all done. Okay. In fact, let's just run over, I think. Okay. Let's get rid of whatever junk I've picked up. Cool. I'll just check nobody's got any random rubbish, because we don't really need these guys just yet. So I'll stick them over there. Yeah, okay. Right, so we need to go over here. So break this train connection there. I need to pick this up at some point and fill it all in with. In fact, might as well do that if we're doing all sorts of odd jobs today. But it's like, you know, it's not just breaking that connection there. I need to pick up all this rail here, because the idea is I'm probably going to landfill this and do the thing where you trap in, because there's a pump there feeding the, you know, the coal liquefaction here. But I might move it up here and, you know, trap it in, and then I've got sort of emergency room, because I was trying to work out how I would do it, because these are the science labs. I was trying to work out how I would do all the feeding in, and I think I need to move it this way, because it's going to be such a belt spaghetti madness here that I don't think I can sort of fit it all into this gap. So I think I need to move this way. Probably not all the way over here, but, you know, certainly to sort of, how many? It's about sort of 3 I thought I might need, working out the belts. So it needs to move over that way. It's actually quite easy to move because there's nothing in it, because I did it before. But it means taking out that train line. There we go. Right, so let us... I wonder what happens if you deconstruct it just literally as a train is going around. I guess it won't let you do it. Right, so what we can do is no trains are running, because this is, in fact, let's get the corner junction ready. Where is it? There it is. So it needs to be this, you see, basically, rather than whatever abomination we might want to call this. So let's just make sure. Can't see any trains on the radar, so let's quickly do this. And I can connect this up. Hopefully got enough rail, because I've just picked a bunch up. Why is nothing happening? Oh, maybe I haven't got any... Oh, I haven't got any thingies. I don't really need them, though. Let's just take them out. Yeah, I don't really need them. We need to connect this back up, though. And those I don't... I've got one. I only picked one up, though, didn't I? So I'm going to need to do something like that. And then... That's a bit horrible. Oh well. In fact, let's pick that up and that. This is the... So what I did... This is the fuel, basically. So I just put the roboports along the line. So these are all now fueled, basically. I mean, because they're not fueled on the other... are they? No, they're not. Yes, they are fueled because they've got the thing here. No, they're not. I picked it up, didn't I? That's right. So there's no fuel here, basically. The pickups. So it's quite important to get this all fueled up here. Right, anyway, let us deconstruct some railway. Working on the railroad. Shouldn't be anybody coming now because this is all sort of dead. So we could do the same again. We could pick all this up like this. Flop in a corner. Like that. Gonna have to connect the power up manually like that. Oops. Connect that across there. I had a load of extra. Some of the rails have extra power lines because it was just easy to have one sort of blueprint with the power lines, extra power lines on because of the threat of the biters eating the rail lines, eating the power lines basically. Okay, so that's that connected there. Let's get rid of this. I started doing all this first because oh no. Don't pick that pipe up. Because I kind of need it to be... I need the space for the purple. But also, obviously, purple is like really heavy on materials. So we need to pick these up without disturbing the roboports and the power. I might come back and rework the roboports at some point because it's all pretty ugly, really. Get rid of this. Get rid of them. Why don't I just do a filtered one? So we want to leave them basically, and any roboports. Or is that blacklist or whitelist? Yeah. Okay. That's better. Bit easier. So I'll probably rework the roboports, but not just yet. So get rid of all this. If I get rid of that power line, that should be okay. But right, so where do I actually need... Because we want to cross it there, like that. I say we can go and pick that up as well, might as well. While we're doing that type of thing today. It's not the stuff I would normally do on the streams, but I say I kind of overdid it yesterday, so while I'm just doing busy work is fine with me today. In fact, we can switch back to that. I get rid of all of that and that bit. I should just be able to plop a straight rail or two in. You see, I got two versions of this. One with the extra power lines for when I'm outside the base, and there's the chance that a horde of biters might nom on the power lines, basically. But things like the corn, it was just like, well, I might as well just have the extra power lines in because it's literally one more. So it made no difference whatsoever, really. Grand scheme of things, and the diagonal ones have got, got all the extra power lines in. I've not got two versions of that because usually, I try and avoid using the diagonals too much. Working on the railroad. Okay, that should be everything. I had left this in case I wanted to grab this uranium. What we can do, hopefully, is nip across to here. There's probably some rubbish in this solar drop-off. But what we can also do is fill in this now, since in the end I didn't need to do this. So where's the... There it is. And this should just fill all of this in nicely. There's probably lacking solar panels because obviously they use quite a lot of green circuits. Yeah, so I mean batteries as well and stuff. I'm sort of lacking. I just want to check. I haven't disconnected the railway at all, have I? For these, you're not going. No, you're waiting on something or other. Don't know what. They've all got round numbers, so I don't know what. Oh, something there. Oh, it's a few solar panels. So it won't have been making solar panels because it didn't have green circuits basically. Right, so grab them. Oh, I don't want the radars. Right, so we'll nip back up. Or we could. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave the solar station rework. I'll have a think about that because ideally, I think what I'd like to do is actually take this down here and have the solar go like a long way around, just because it reduces the number of junctions close to each other. Because we're going to be having trains blatting, all over this system eventually. Yeah, okay, let's go and unload. Turn that off. Get rid of all the stuff and rubbish. The rubbish and stuff, the stuff and rubbish. But next we need to clean these up. These were the green, red and blue science builds. No, I keep saying science, circuit builds. And I've still got all the, because I used the robots to pick it all up. But as I say, it turned out that where we had the stations, there were, well, literally tens of thousands of circuits, which is why they're all sort of crammed in here. I mean, there's a lot in there. How many have we got? 400 and a half, well, nearly 500,000 red, 200,000 green, and 100,000 blue. And that's with, there's another 30 odd thousand. That's right. No, yeah, about 30,000 here. Right, let's just check everything is running through. It's had a bit of time to sort of process through. And let's just make sure. I mean, it's not running because I'm not doing a lot of stuff with blue, because I've obviously not dropped below the number of speed modules that I set as the limit. But some of these are working and doing stuff, so it's obviously functional. And that's all fine. What about plastic? Yeah, it's all good. It's massive overproduction, really. I kind of I should have only banked on a half a lane of blue, I think. Right, let's grab all this. Half a lane of blue circuits would probably have been fine. And chuck it all in these chests. And they'll sort it out for me. And then across there. Oh, it's all obviously getting recycled. It's not like I'm, not doing anything with it. Right, so let's just start at the top, I guess. So what I'm thinking with the purple science, basically, is I turn this T-junction round, and then go straight out here, right? And then this I bring straight down. I effectively have a corner there. Okay, and that gives me the option, for one thing, of because I don't know, basically, whether I've got too many trains going through junctions and that I'm going to get too many traffic jams. Because I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of big trains along the same lines. So if I have to break things up, what I'm thinking is that effectively I turn these all into. So I know I pushed out all the way here, and effectively I have each of these science builds with its own supply lane. So basically, for red, all I need is iron and copper. I'll keep them connected in case they need to drive around and stuff, but all I need is iron and copper, so I need to find a copper patch. Again, this is just iron and copper, so this is only connected to iron, so I need to find an iron patch. Military over here needs much more exotic stuff, but that's all hooked up already. Blue science again needs more materials, but we can maybe turn that into a outlet there, and we can punch out the side, or I could even do it down the bottom here. And I turn that into a thing. So effectively, it's like almost like a spider's web of lanes going out, trains going out, pulling in the material for that particular science build. So I've got the option here. If I build so I'm going to have to do like a ton of landfilling. Because it's going to be enormous, the purple science build. But if I build it here, then I've got the option of going out here to bring in all the stuff it needs. I could even, I've also got this one where I started doing it. So there's that as well. That I could connect up instead, maybe, or as well as. So I've got some options. I could turn this one. This is where we could come out with, say, gold science. So if you've got red, green. So this is sort of, and this is the bus. So red, green, bus, purple science up there. Grey military science that way. Blue science that way as well, maybe. So gold out there. And then I just need some way of connecting space science. And I'm wondering if we go down for space science. Maybe I do space science down the bottom somewhere. And, have it just bring in the... Maybe I have a train line coming up, here and punching in. I say, because if I rearrange that, I could have a connection there. Say, I don't quite know how many solar panels I need, is the honest truth. Right, we're here. Right, so let's just pick everything up then. Oh, what I need to do, actually, I need to pick these up first, because it could go a bit weird with... Yeah, there you go, you see. So they've run out of... They've not got storage now. So I need to pick all of the robot ports up first, really. In fact, why don't I change that, take that out, change it to a whitelist, and then this will let me pick up all of the robot ports. If it does the thing where it fires out the bots, that's fine, I'm not fussed about that. Because you get some things where it sometimes goes and sort of explodes the bots out when you pick up the roboport, but that's fine. Not fussed about that. In fact, I might be able to grab all of them. Because this is a problem. They pick up the roboports themselves, and then they've got nowhere to go because they haven't got any storage. So yeah, let's do it one by one. Are you moaning about as well? Yeah. Up here. So there's a couple of bots there I need to take care of. You. And you. Cool. So let's do that one. That one. That one. Because you do it yourself, then it goes and empties the bots out of the roboport. I say if you do it such that the bots do it for you, I think it basically launches the bots to go and find a new home. So I'll pick all these out first. And there are hundreds of bots in this because turned out there were thousands and thousands of circuits, so I had to pick all of them up. There's a game called The Ascent comes out this week. Sort of been interested in it. It's a cyberpunk like action RPG. It's like a twin stick shooter, basically, mechanically, in terms of how the gameplay works. So I'll have to see. It's free on Game Pass, which is so I'm going to give it a go, but I've no idea. I struggle a bit with twin stick shooters. I think it's a twin stick shooter, isn't it? Maybe it isn't, but maybe it's just normal sort of third person style. But yeah, I struggle a bit with twin stick shooters because I find they're a bit like that thing where you pat your head and rub your stomach. I find them a bit like that, where it's like I can't quite almost sort of wrap my head around aiming with one thumb and moving with the other. I mean, obviously, in a way, that's kind of how you do most. If I no, let's not do that. Actually, oh well. So I'm picking up. What am I picking up? Picking up power poles, radars, maybe bits of rail. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just go around. Avoid having to pick up a million trees then as well. Ooh, missed. But yeah, so I quite like the style of it when they first announced it, and then they sort of said, it's this third person. Oh, of course, they're signals, aren't they? So I'm sure they said it was a twin stick shooter, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I imagined that. And I was like, oh, I struggle with them. I think I'm probably going to have to sort all of that out all together, aren't I? Let's just cut this off. Should I? I mean, I might as well just disconnect the railway altogether, and we'll redo it all. Working on the railroad. In all honesty, with the Ascent, though, I don't have time to play it. I've got so many games installed. It's a bit silly. I unfortunately failed to resist the most recent Steam sale and added a couple more. So they're mostly, indie games. They're not, I've not bought any super expensive AAAs or anything. Although I still have the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm almost sort of, I don't know about that one. I really want to play it, and I really want to do a sort of series on it. Just because it's sort of, say it was my first series, basically, my first YouTube Let's Play thing. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be like 300 hours worth of gameplay. Because each one's about 100 hours long. Well, if you do, because it's got all the DLC in it, basically, so it really is that long. I sometimes wonder whether I shouldn't sort of take a hiatus from Factorio. Because I absolutely adore the game, but Everything takes so long. I mean, well, it doesn't, you know. If you know what you're doing. But say we're playing a stage of the game I've never done before, so I don't know what I'm doing. This is where I was picking up I had a snaky train picking up all the circuits. Big snaky train. Okay. Let's see if we can't get somewhere else. These. Oh, of course it's picked up. In fact, let's put... Have we got the straight rail? See if I can't line it up with where the signals were. There we go. Where before? Is it just the 2 bits or? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right. So let's go and do these bits here. I said, I wouldn't normally do this sort of busy work on stream, but I was literally, I literally did this last bits of this 10 minutes before I went live, so I kind of don't have any option because I can't start the purple science build until I've got room for it. And this is me making room for it. So yeah, apologies to any regulars, but it is what it is. I suppose this is the advantage of where, people like Nilhouse and stuff, where they've got, if they are doing a grindy thing, they've got people in chat, almost to distract them from it. But with it being summer as well, I don't kind of not expecting any of my regulars to turn up. You never know. Might be hanging around, might be around. But even nerds do things in summer, like go outside. I keep doing this. These are uncomfortable on my head for some reason. I don't know why. Right, next bit up here. I hope we get to learn a bit more about the expansion soon. Even if it's going to be a year away or something. But I'd quite like to at least know what it is they're doing. Kind of amazed they haven't properly said anything about it. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. So this bit here, and then we can start sort of. In fact, let's go and do this bit, and then I'll take up the railway here because we want this junction, I think. Doopy-doopy-doo. Missed them. Alright, crack. It used to be some junction. In fact, I'm getting rid of all of that anyway, aren't I? So. It's all done, so get rid of that. I say we'll pull this up and I want it to go there. I'm effectively going to create a roundabout, aren't I, if I do that? But I say that's why I'm not sure about the solar. You know, do I take it over there? Do I do that? Do I do a roundabout? You know, I've got the water here. Do I need that water or there, or which one? Which one do I need and which one don't I need? Right, let's just get rid of all of this. And connect this here. So that's power. Is that connected? Oh, perfect. Is that all connected? Yeah, cool. Awesome. Right, so we've got run up. Follow the rail. In fact, I might put some more legs on Spidey. Let's see if we can get a bit quicker. They can really motor when you get lots of legs on them. Because it's mostly my bots doing stuff anyway. Right. That's a bit quicker. Now that we're coming out of lockdown, I need to do all sorts of stuff. Need some new glasses, so I need to put myself in at the optician. I'm guessing all of these sorts of things are just going to be crammed for months, but I need to get it booked in. Also need to go to the dentist. I've actually got 2 fractured teeth, but not in a painful way. Basically, chips come off them. It's obviously come off in such a place that, I mean, I've not had any pain out of them. That would have been the only way I could have got into the dentist. Basically, they said to me, you know, I was like, well, I've cracked these teeth. I know you're not doing appointments because of COVID, but I have broken the teeth. And I was like, well, phone us back when it's painful. Oh, right, okay. So yeah, because I've not had any pain out of them, I haven't really been able to justify booking an appointment. One of the problems, of course, of being somebody who obeys the rules, basically. When you're these people who, oh, where are you going? Oh, I bet you've grabbed some. I don't quite know how they end up sometimes with some of this random stuff they get. Let's. If we just. Oh, poor little bots obviously got left behind. I think if I just connect this up with normal straight rail like that, I think that'll be fine. I'll just work out any issues with T-junctions and stuff when we get there. Let's wait for this little guy, this brave little soldier, noble bot. I'm sure I'll end up accidentally leaving my power armor on when I'm fighting some biters, and you'll get obliterated by a splitter. This is really useful, the repeating pattern when you're in the spider, because it's not quite doesn't always quite walk in a straight line. Right, where do we need to go down to? Sort of only about half. Well, no, about 2/3 of the way. Right, like there. I didn't bring the others because, there's that problem that they pick up random junk, and there should be enough rail. Because I'm, picking up rail, I should have enough stuff to fill it in. If we don't, then I'll go and grab them. But bring them over. Oh, we're down at the lake, so I've obviously gone a bit too far. So, 1, 2... So it's going to be there-ish somewhere, isn't it? So, if we head over to this corner here... Not corner, junction. And go over again. I'll see how that works. Right, so let's line this up. All the way around. There we go. I started doing mining productivity again because now that I've rearranged all the bus mining, all of the bus mining, including the circuits, it actually helped me to extend the life of each of the patches. It makes it a little bit easier essentially. Right, pull that up. Well, then a corner, and we'll just manually connect it up if we need to, which we do. So it's not quite reached over there. Is that all connected? No, wrong way. Yep. I guess I could just move that up a little bit. Take that out. There we go. Right, let's just see if that's all connected. That's all connected. Cool. Okay, so I'm interested to see. You see, it's still got circuits in it. Only 7,000 though. So what I could do, maybe, is force this. Where is it? Force the blue to prioritize input from the right. I can't change it, can I? That's. Can't change it remotely. Okay, so we'll go down. How full am I? Let's nip back since we're right here. We'll nip back and drop a load of stuff off. But yeah, I need to do the opticians, the dentists. I also need to get my car repaired, but I actually want to get a new car and I want to go electric, so I've been sort of putting it off. I think the airflow sensor is, well, either dirty or knackered, and they cost 600 quid, and that's half as much again as I can get in part exchange for my current car, because that shows you how old my current car is, because it's not. Oh, look at all them bots. Not far off, sort of 20 years old. No, that's a bit of an exaggeration. It's 15 years old, which is quite old. You don't really keep cars that long. But got it when it was new. Actually, I guess I need to just pick this up. All of this, basically. What are you not moaning about? Lack of what should we call it? Oh. I guess the trains are waiting because they haven't got solar panels. Because they go when they're full, don't they? Because it's an and condition. I think they're lacking a few solar panels. Oh no, they can't be. What are you lacking? Why are you waiting? Yeah, it is solar panels, but in the middle. Why are they filling? Why have they put like loads in there? But oh, because it's only set to 50 then, so they're prioritising them. Can I copy and paste that? No. I can copy it, but I can't paste it. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let's go and grab these. Oh, I need to get rid of them. Get rid of these first. But up. In fact, let's just pick them up. There's not too many of them now. Oops. Butter. Ooh, look, there's a pump up there. Must have missed that when I was clearing it up. So this is basically just how I was doing the unloading. It's just, you know, having the storage chest there, and then, you know, the bots brought it all over basically. But so it turned out that there were so many circuits in chests that I had to do a lot of it by hand. How are we doing? Is there anything left here? No, let's go down. Let's go down and grab these bits at the bottom. There's a thing on Twitter. Oh, missed a couple. Friday, I think it was. That Max Payne was 20 years old. Made me feel ancient. I played Max Payne not long after coming out of university. Maybe sort of 2 years maybe out of university. Didn't feel like well, it feels like it was yesterday. Well, that's an exaggeration, but it didn't feel like it was 20 years ago anyway. Missed one now. Great game, Max Payne. I bet if you went back to it, you'd be like, oh my god, this controls atrociously. Yeah, great game. Obviously stole the oh wait, that must mean the Matrix is, or was it the other way around? I can't remember whether the Matrix stole it or Max Payne stole it. They got to be about the same era. Right, pop that in there. And then that's misaligned, isn't it? Okay, let's just pop an extra one in there then. Oh no, it isn't, because I've messed up the positioning. So that should be... Oh, no. No, that's right. What happened there? Oh. Extra power poles for some reason that I'm not entirely sure of. I guess it's where I've been fiddling about to get them in. Right, so we now need to connect it there. So let's head over to that point there. Thrilling stuff, this stream. Hour and a half of me picking up power poles. It's got to be done though. Alright, I'll plop these in. I say, what I think I'll do with the solar panels, because I could obviously, I mean, it's too late now really to build a dedicated solar factory. That's what I should have done. What I think I'd do, I effectively, you know, flip that round so it's, you know, the actual station is on that side. That might be a bit of a pain actually, because they can be, they don't necessarily align when you put them on, so I may have to rearrange all of this. But yeah, I'll effectively put that on that there, well here, sort of thing, and have it then go this way, and then not sure where I'll take it down, but say here, and that'll mean it frees up. Yeah, this becomes a clearer junction. I can disconnect this here, and instead maybe have it go along here, and then I've got options then around, do I do that, or do I do that, or do I whatever? Because that I'm trying to avoid having like the critical junctions too close to each other, because this is not good. But as I say, if I work these so that although they can go to other places because it's all connected, these will be like the material for this will be out here basically, easy for it to get to. And what should happen, because this isn't connected, that's obviously the bus. What should happen is that it should make the decision that going out this way is easier than sort of going up this way. And even if it isn't, I've then just got iron and copper crossing over here. This, once we, the coal over here should always decide to go this way, run here. And there are things I can do to kind of cheat that. I can put arbitrary stations basically onto the tracks, because all it does is like a simple weighting factor basically. I say we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oops, going to do that. Right, so we need to connect this. So that should be easiest done by... I mean, worst case from that point. Well, what I could do, I could set up, if I end up with a weird system where trains are crossing over each other and getting stuck and all that sort of stuff, I should be able to basically create a separate system for the science trains. So the trains that are running the actual science packs. That's a bit ugly, isn't it? But that'll do. The actual science, I could put them on a separate lane, but a separate parallel line, because literally they are just going back and forth. But say, I'm hoping that shouldn't be a problem. Right, so now we need to kind of start work on the purple. Problem with that is it means a whole load of land filling, really, which is not quick. Oh yeah, I can fill this in with solar panels, can't I? Let's just quickly do that. Okay, how far over? Because I don't want to connect these two, but that's a fair way over. So I could probably do a line down here, I guess. In fact, let's find the bottom here, because this will be missing where it's filled in the lake. I'll be missing bits of the blueprint, so that's all good. So we go one more. See what that does to the thing. I say it's lacking solar panels anyway because it's not been making them. Right. Yes. Okay. Let's head back and unload, etc., and pick up the other spiders. Oh, I'm going to get stuck on the lake. Cool. Back. Right. Yes. Have you got anything? Oh, you've got random little bits. Okay. So. Okay. I do have a thing which shows me the layout that I've sort of worked up for the purple. So I could kind of lay it down. It is gigantic, though. It looks like a plane actually when you look at it on the map. The key thing is going to be bringing all the materials into it, though. You're going to have to be a little bit clever because it doesn't quite work. The thing I've worked out, I didn't get a chance to properly optimize it, and some of the smelting wasn't getting fed with materials because I'm having to sort of take things around in a weird fashion, and I couldn't get it connected up properly. But because I've overproduced, I should be able to basically delete some of them, and the maths should still work out basically. Because basically the one of the big things that requires a hell of a lot of steel is the smelters, but it's only a tiny number of machines, so it's like 12 machines with supported by, because they're very quick to make the actual they're already the actual smelters, and it's 215 smelters it needs to make to make the steel for them, even though it's only 12 machines. And it was fitting all of them in because there's obviously don't want to put all of them away. Obviously there's the rail as well. That's a ridiculous amount of steel. Whoops, accidentally hit that. Let's just get it sorted out like that. Let's do that. Yeah, I put filters on all of these. Well, not all of them, a lot of them. And then the ones where it hasn't got filters, it's just absolutely jam-packed full of circuits and stuff now. I had it all nice and tidy. What I could do is just dash over and I could put that priority on the blue one. So get it to favour... No, I want favour the right input, which will hopefully then pull from the train rather than the the other factory area. Is every science being made again? Because green was the one that I've suffered really because of lack of circuits. It's all running. Cool. Okay, so if I'm all stocked up and you're all ready to go, then we can head over here. We'll have to bring the landfill crew as well. What I'm thinking is maybe if I just literally lay everything out in there, maybe it'll fit. I'm not sure about that. And then I can basically blueprint it and do it. Because I say I'm going to need to landfill these. Because if I'm going to have all the trains pulling up probably either side. So I need to fill some of the landfill, landfill some of this lake. But I don't know whether I need to do the entire thing. I mean, I'm sure that'll end up fully landfilled. But, I might be able to... Because it's not very tall. It's very wide. But it's not very tall. But these train things are very big. So it kind of depends on whether I end up with the sort of trains here and the production is in the middle, or are the trains here and then the production is, at the top, in which case the entire lake needs filling. Just say it's just going to take ages. It's the exact sort of thing I just leave going. So I just basically, have me dinner or something and just leave it landfilling for hours and hours and hours, basically. Well, not hours, but, an hour or something. Why am I not... Oh. Don't know what happened there. Right, let's go over here then. I think I'll just landfill this entire lake. Now, sort of thing. Because they should have almost all the material to do that. Oh, I've still got the legs on, so I'm rushing away. Rushing away. There you go. In fact, I could just do it with blueprints and put the... No. Because then I'd have to put all the prod modules in by hand. Because the other, I mean, another option I can do is like squish up the smelting. I don't have to use my big, open, you know, big as it can be one. I can squish it up a bit. In theory, let's say that's kind of what I would be working out, optimizing it. But yeah, we had a heat wave, so I didn't really play very much at all. Right, so yeah, let's just landfill this entire lake. Can I do that with? Proper environmental terrorist in this game. I mean, you think the oil companies are bad. Or maybe you don't, but you think the oil companies are bad. The engineer on Navis, how do you pronounce Navis, is an absolute monster, really. Right, so if I just have a little route of them going round a bit, seeing what they can fill out, just a few circles round, and then have them stand in the middle. We'll see how much they do. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is what I could probably do. In fact, if I go sort of maybe here, yeah, go up to here. What I can do, I can sort of lay out the actual machines without sort of putting the actual blueprints, filling them out. I say, except I can't because I'm gonna have to. I can do one, and then just copy it. I think. So which is the? Let's start in the middle. So let's just have a quick look at how many I need. So I need 4 along. Oops. What happened there? I need a third monitor. It's too big. Right, so yeah, so it's like 4 that way. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3. I should have counted the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But yeah, as I say, I want to, if I fill this in, put the prod modules in. Oh, well, actually, if we do the science, because the problem is the generic blueprint can't have the prod modules in because you can't put the modules in until you've got the recipe set, and then it's not a generic thing. What we could do, in fact, where am I going to output it? Thinking about it, I guess. Because basically the smelters are going to come in the bottom. The prod modules are going to come in the left-hand side. The railway is going to come in the right-hand side, and it's the railway that I may need to do multiple lanes of. So that's a consideration. But that's why it's coming in at the side, because it gives me the option of doing all 3. You can do there and there and there in order to feed that in. But in order to make that viable, I probably need to do the output here. Or why don't I do the output here? Because then it's well out of the way. Yeah, we'll do the output there. Except I need to be able to put it on both sides. I guess I could do that one. I could also do that trick. In fact, it might be better, because we've got the power thing there anyway. No, I can't do that because I really want the smelters coming up the middle proper. Because that puts them well out of the way, really. Yeah, okay, we'll do my normal one here. Like this, I think. Which is what I did on the other one, but I'm just trying to rethink it in case I'd missed a trick. But nope. Oh, we don't need to do that, and that. So I copy that up. Boop. Boop. I might as well put them in. So, yeah. Yeah, let's do that as well. And then copy that across. So, say we want this here, basically. Nope, wrong place. So say smelters up there. Up the bottom, blimey. Phrasing. Like that. So that's going that, and then I say we've got options then, you know, bringing this across here, basically. I'll just put the one, you know, for the moment. Like that. And say if I need to do more, then I can, oh, that needs to be there, doesn't it? Yeah, I've got options then, basically. I can do split in and all sorts of stuff to get more in. You know, I can take that one over and all that. So it's the rail that you tend to need, because it needs like 30 rail, and it's not producing the 30 rail as such. It's the getting it in. That's the trick, basically, because it is an enormous amount of material, amount of rail to put in, and that's one of the reasons why I went with 4 across, because I can just about get across there. I think I mean I had to on my test map, so I'm just going to put it in like this. So at least got that there, and then say if I need to add more stuff in, you know, it's there and available to add even more inserting. Right, so let's copy this. Why does that not? Because I'm not placing it in the right place. So copy that. Okay, and then there's only 14 of them, but I'm not going to turn that on. Let's go upwards. So 2, and then 4, and then oops, 8. Upwards again. Yeah. 12. And 14, I think. Let's just count it. 12, 13, 14. Awesome. Let's put the prods in. Yeah, okay. So that's, because that's a bit easier. So that's 2 rows, 2 columns, basically. Well, let's go down that bottom again. Use my generic lad. Like that. But we want it filled in. Oh, no, fill this in. No, not them. Fill this in. Yeah. Right, so prods. You can't put... No, you have to put speeds in, don't you? Right, and the idea is these are going to be coming in here. So... No. like that. And we put like that. Like that. I mean, I could just do that, but I don't want to do that. Let's put the actual things in. Confuse myself. No. Let's just do that. And then I can just copy it up. So, because it's basically green and red. Science again. So I'm doing my trick. That seems like too many red circuits there. Okay. It must have worked though. Because it's 5 and 5 basically, but of course the red circuits take ages to make. Okay, so what I've done, and we also need, I mean, we need green circuits anyway. So we can, oh, I didn't turn that off. Why don't I copy that first? I'll get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay, and it's basically a red, a copper, a red, a copper, and a red. As I say, which seems like too many reds, but we shall see. I'm wondering if I actually, because I got it on a spreadsheet, and I'm wondering if if I doubled it up by accident. Let's say, we'll see. Red, copper. No, 2 reds, isn't it? Red, copper, red. Okay. And then this needs my patented. It's not patented. Thing here, because we don't actually need that many. You know. In fact, I think I don't need that for red, do I? That's for green. And we'll just put the outputs here. I think that's right. So you don't actually need the, well, you need a lot, but you don't need them quickly. Oh, I've run out of modules. Let's bring you lot over. Have a bit of a restock. Who's got? Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back. It's a grey one, isn't it? That's got. No, there we go. Let's just grab a few of them. Yeah, that'll do. Oops. Yeah, put these in here. Cool. Yeah, and copper's going to come down from the top this way. But I think I need to bring 2 down from memory. Oh, well, I will eventually need to sort of connect 2 of them, basically. That's actually there, isn't it? So I'll need to feed in more, because it's like the very end ones get starved of copper, just ever so slightly. Which is kind of what, because basically the smelters are going to be along the bottom here. And what I would normally do, like I did, is it over here? What I have been doing is feeding in from both ends, because as I say, it doesn't quite get all the way down if you do a single thing coming in. So what I actually, in order to get around that, I'm basically doubling it up and like combining it, because it when it gets to the very end, because it's 14 in a row, you see. So when it gets sort of, it's not the very end, it's like the last 4, I think, it runs out of stuff. So I'm then combining that back, basically, merging 2 lanes together, basically. But I'll do that. I'll see if I can get away with it. I'm pretty sure I can't, but we'll just put it in for the time being as one copper coming in. Oh, actually, I need that there, don't I? And then like that. So yeah, basically, at some point we'll have to sort of merge. There'll be a second lane, coming down from somewhere, and I'll have to do a whole load of spaghettiing around and sort of merge it in together. But I may even be able to just, loop it round and replace it, sort of thing. But say we'll see if we can get away with it. But say I couldn't before, so there we go. Right, so the output for these needs to be. Now, was it on the top or the bottom? Because basically these, they need green circuits, but green circuits are going to come down for everybody from the top. And of course, for this one, it's going to be a combined green circuits and plastic. And for this one, it's just green circuits. So if we take the red circuits and on the bottom, that'll probably be sort of most out of the way, I think. Yeah. So, no, why have I put that there? That needs to be. Let's do. Well, I could do my old trick of, double feeding it round, I guess. Yeah, go on then. Let's do that. They're not going to produce it enough to really fill this belt, but that's fine. And then that goes across there. Like that. That's a straight belt there. Like that. So we need over there. Oops, there. So if I copy that bit, put that there, that there, that there, and then we connect that like that. Should put that belt in. I can copy this one. Plot that. Oh, I haven't turned the. There we go. Why have I haven't put the inserters on there, have I? What were you complaining about being in the way? Yeah. Yeah, and then as I say, we need a thing here for the combined plastic and green circuits insertion. So we can copy that bit. It's like I say, it's a bit weird. It's sort of overkill with the. Oh, of course, that's flipping around, isn't it? That's not. It's not identical. It's like a rotated one. Yeah, it's like overkill with the cable production, but I just found it mentally a bit easier, to get my head around. Just trying to look to see. And that bit looks okay. So we obviously need the line coming down here with, even more green circuits. Why did that? Oh, because I put it in the wrong place. Like that. We need the inserters there. I guess I should put that in, or it'll miss it. So I've got green circuits and plastic coming at the top for each of them. We've got cables for each of them. We've got output of the red circuits there. We've got, eventually we'll have the green circuits at the top. Excellent. Okay, so if we just copy this up. Oh, I need to, because this is wrong, isn't it? Because it's got an inserter here. Not inserter, an underground. So I'll just quickly do that. Okay, and then, in fact, actually, let's copy that. Like that. Like that. Oh. Like that. There we go. So that's the red circuits for the prod modules. Now, the green circuits, I say what I would normally do is have this thing where you've got a green circuits here, and it's well, exactly like this. In fact, I might be able to copy and paste it, but we need to tweak it a bit because we need more green circuits. Say this is only supplying 4, and actually I need 8. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to chance my arm. We'll see how badly it goes. But we'll just put 1 in. Yeah, I think I'll just copy and paste that. I say I can add the second one in, you know, when it's not really coping, basically. So, because we need exactly the same plastic build as we've got on this one as well. So where would be a good place to copy and paste this? So if I kind of copy and paste that whole mess. Yeah. And then it goes here. I say it's only feeding 4 over there. So I'll have to see really how badly it does. Because it goes there, but I need to fix all of this, don't I? So let's have another go. Oh, missed one bit there. So everything's either green or blue. Awesome. Okay, and then we've got exactly the same here, but I'll take these out first to give myself an easier time. Yeah, and what I can do basically is I can, I say, because it's kind of green circuits coming down here, I can actually put another one here, basically. It means tweaking about with this, I guess, but yeah, maybe 1 on each side. But then we can feed a second lane of, you know, plastics and green down and merge it in when we need to. That's the plan, anyway. Right, so these need green. I don't actually have... Is that going to fit in? I'm just trying to work out how I did the thing, because it doesn't quite make sense with how I've planned it out, and I don't remember what it looked like. Okay. So basically, so effectively got one on the bottom here, but like done differently, if you see what I mean. So if I just copy up that bit, yeah, copy up that bit, see if I can't plop it in here. some weirdness with undergrounds and stuff there. Oh, crikey. That's finally finished. You see, it's outputting here, you see. So, obviously done it slightly differently. We'll leave that for the time being. I'll take out like all the belts and I'll see how I have to do that. There's no way we're going to even be sort of plopping this down today. But basically there's green here. And what I've actually done, according to the thing, the reason I'm slightly puzzled, basically, is according to my note thing, I've got the copper on the side. But I can't have done that because there's no room for it. Unless maybe I fed these out back and fiddled it around. Not quite sure what I've done there. And I say I can't remember. I mean, it may make more sense to do the copper on the top up here. Let's try that. I'll just plop it down. It's like 1-to-1, isn't it, with green signs, green circuits? What did I do over here? Oh, it's like 2-to-1 actually. Okay. Right, so if this is some kind of copper cable arrangement, I say I'll have to look up what I've done there. Because it didn't, I mean, I guess because I copied it, there's a better arrangement with that. We can work it round and then I can get some stuff coming in here, which I think is that's where the iron's meant to be coming in, basically, for these. But so the issue is that these are going to spit out green circuits so quickly, I'm not quite sure how I'm feeding them down. Strange. Right, and then I'll put that there. Put that there. So, I'll look at my plan before I pick it up next week, so I'll see what I actually did. Unless I put them on the side here, because that rings a bell. Because that's why these ended up on the side, so that I'm just passing it through, basically. And I've just mistakenly written it down. In other words, these 4 are on here, basically. Or maybe 2 and 2, and feed it both ways. That rings a bell. Anyway, let's start plopping in some of the other stuff. So, it's really crunchy now, the save. So, railway. Now, with railway, I think actually I only need like 4 or something ridiculous in theory, but you can't actually. It's almost impossible to actually do that. Let's get some more stuff. I don't want to bring the spiders over because they'll start filling the blueprints in, filling the ghosts in. But I want to get it all sort of laid out first. But yes, the issue with the rail is more about getting it out than getting it in. I might as well grab some prods as well. So what I've done to sort of get around that is basically have loads of them. So there's a load of, we don't actually need. It's 4. It's not 4. It's like 10 or something. But by having, a whole row of them down the side here, it kind of eliminates that problem. So or alleviates the problem of trying to get the material out. You say when it's got the thing, it's absolutely bonkers the amount of stuff it can kick out. But yeah, so the next one then is the rods, and again, you only need like one rod machine to feed the entire thing or something. It's a bit silly. Again, I'm probably exaggerating that, but yeah, the 1-to-1 is definitely not needed. But it's a lot easier to do it because then we can just feed the rods directly across. So, what there then is 1,000,001 smelters. Now, how many actually is it? It is. Oh, what happened there? My spreadsheet's gone bonkers. Why have you done that? What? Why have you done that? Don't do that. Right, it is 22. Oh, no, it's 23 because that's a 0 by accident. So it's 23 smelters. But they kind of only produce, they're very, because obviously it's a fifth of the speed. Oh, I haven't got any smelters. Right, let's go and get them. Get one at least. A fifth of the speed of normal smelting, and normal smelting, even with 12 beacons on it, is not actually that quick. I'd say it's a fifth of the speed, so we can actually put it all in on one side of the belt and have the stone on the other side, I think. Pretty sure. What am I looking for? I'm looking for smelters. Smelters? No, you've not got smelters. Pinky's got smelters. At least I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So what I normally do with these when I'm sort of designing them is like slap down everything and in creative mode. Oh, it's put them in there because my personal thing's on. Why is my personal thing on? Slap down everything and then start picking it up and rearranging it and trying to stick it together and working out things like this that although actually you only need 10 or whatever it is rail lines, it's easier, in quotes, to stick them on the side and have 14, basically, because then you're not worried about downtime, as much downtime with the machines. I could obviously go bots as well. That'd solve a lot of it and do centralized smelting and stuff like that. But I've kind of started on this journey, so let's keep going. I think actually, wasn't it? Yeah, because it's 1-1-1, you see, basically. So we've kind of got the option. We could, because this is literally one machine, so we could just literally have all of the outputs like this, which is kind of what I did, I think. But say I then worked out that actually I didn't need to. I could have half and half and half, but we might as well just do this way, I guess. Is that going to output properly? Yeah, so we have a machine here like this. So this is outputting. Obviously, they all need iron, basically. We need iron for the rods. We need iron for steel, but that's not a problem. Right. So what we can do actually is my favourite little trick of making sure it's on both sides of the belt. Then, if we're going to go this route rather than half belts, and we might as well, because what the heck. So if I do that there, and then like that. Actually, let's, because this is the output here, isn't it? So can I move this machine? What's that coming in there? So that's the smelters, that's the prod modules. Oh, I need it to go across, of course, don't I? I was thinking I could be really clever there, but actually no. Yeah, so we can have this here, and this is the stone eventually coming through, like so. And that keeps it out of the way. I can have the iron coming down there. Yeah, I like that idea. Alright, so let's do that. We'll do one of them. And I can just do something like that. And that gives me maximum options, doesn't it? No, not quite. Because I want to try and get it on both sides of the belt. And that's going to be in the way then, isn't it? That's why I had it on feeding onto the one side, because then it gives me... Yeah, okay. So if we have the two outputs here, you see, I can do that and that. Like that. It's just the one machine, so we're not... Well, I guess I could fit the thing in there, couldn't I? So how does that work? So top one at the moment is going to be stone. Is it going to be easier if... May not make any difference. Because we've got to feed iron plate into all of these. I might as well take it down there, given that's where the rod iron is. That is... What is that? Oh, that's the stone coming in. Oops. Oh. Like that. Okay. So I've got the stone coming in from the side as a sort of bypass and feeding in there. Oh, I like the symmetry of that, but we can actually do it there, couldn't we? But yeah, I'll just leave that. So we got the stone coming in by the side. We got the this. Why is that an underground? That doesn't need to be an underground. We then got the iron plate for that. We've got the iron plate for that, but no out input for it. We've got that to feed it to both sides. Both sides. Yeah, okay, so 23 of these. Is that right? And it's all the way down. Yeah, 23. 23. So I think I can get away somewhere on the bottom with taking some of them out, because I don't actually need them all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Then that's 24. No, that's 12. And then that is 24. We did that. If we overlap, we should get 23. Except probably not. I've probably messed that up. So, how many smelters is that? It's only 16. Brilliant. What have I done there? I think my maths went all a bit wonky there. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Excellent. Do you see what I mean? It's like... And that's only for... This is just for the rail. Yeah. Right, so if I just copy all of this... Where is the end? There's the end. That. Will it overlap properly? So it all looks blue and green to me. I'm not going to get fancy with this one and do multi-copies because it's so wide. So what I could do is squeeze this up because there's nothing here. Yeah, so I could move this to there, for example, or whatever. I mean, given I'm only feeding it in once, I could move that down and have that there, and we could squish it in. But kind of space doesn't really matter in a sense because I say it should all fit into this, this segment. In fact, it's not proving as big as I thought. I've mentioned this before. I struggle with the scale a bit sometimes in Factorio because the sort of fractal nature of the Perlin noise map generation means that big looks like small, basically. So I find it a bit difficult sometimes to know how big everything is. Let's just get this put on the map properly. Right, so I say the question is whether I have train stations at the top, because we need a load of train stations to feed it all in. But do I have them, at the top, feeding in, at the side, feeding in, or what really? Because obviously at the moment I've got the inputs from the top, so that would make the most sense to have that there, is what I'm thinking. And then we can have the pickup in the middle, but then it means having lots of trains with T junctions all in a row. But that's a problem for another time. Yeah, okay. Get all that filled in. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to blueprint this. Or copy it anyway. Right, so smelters as well. I suspect this will be the last thing we do today. Is plan these out. Now, it's only 4 by 3 for the smelters. Obviously, I mean assemblers making smelters, because that's the other thing we need. Oh, there we go. Right, so this is going to make smelters. Can't put prods in? No. Speeds. And then basically, oops. Basically, because it's, what is it? So it's 10 steel, 5 circuits, and 10 stone. And I should, because what I've done basically is, well, let's just do that bit. So effectively, even though it's 4, because it's so much stuff that they need to eat through, I've done the old bringing it in from the 2 sides. So what I'm going to put here is only actually going to feed 2 of them. And even then, there's all sorts of jiggery-pokery going around. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't actually get this far. Because I cannot remember what the heck I've done on the thing. I know where the things go, but I can't remember how I've routed it round. Basically, it's something a bit weird. I know that much. Because they also need red circuits as well, but we'll feed them in from the bottom. But the stone, brick, and steel we'll bring in from the sides. Right, so let's see. Let's think how I've done this. Basically, we need it to go out the top. So that's the easy bit. I'll just get that done. like so. So that's the easy bit. We need red circuits coming in from the bottom. Probably easiest to bring them in like this. I say I cannot remember how I've routed it round. I don't think, because I've divided it in two, I think it does all fit on one lane. Because that would only be, because craft time is only 5 seconds, you see. So it's going to be like 20, obviously it gets sped up and slowed down and all that sort of rubbish, but it's going to be like 20 a second, basically. How the heck did I do this? I think that's in the wrong place. We'll give it a go. Coming down the middle. And then we'll also have one. Okay. So this would be red circuits coming up the side here, which I don't think, because it's only 5 of them. Let's put one of them on anyway. There's a strong suspicion that that's not enough. We'll see. Okay. So we've got output, we've got one of steel / stone. Red circuits, yeah, okay. So we'll copy this like this, and then should be able to flip it and do that and that, and then fix the middle bit, because that's going that way, that's going that way. So we take them out. Is everything going the right way? So you're going, I mean, I could just plop in a regular belt there, couldn't I? Just to avoid any potential confusion. So we've got the stone coming in, we've got the steel coming in. Yeah, okay. Because it's not feeding very many machines, but they absolutely chew through it. What's going on with the... Oh, I've not done that properly. It's like that, isn't it? I think. So much for being a chill one. Is that right? So I was kind of thinking it would take me all afternoon to clear up, but then I got 2 sets of power things in here somehow. Don't know how I've done that. Whoops. Did I do the wrong sort of flip, maybe? We'll see. Right, yes. And then we've got weirdness with the red and green circuits, basically, again. And what I'm actually doing is... Well, let's put in the actual machine with the... thing like that. excuse me. Like that. And this is the output. That. Oh. Okay, so that's that. But it's not even basically. So there's actually like a gap. So doing that, you see, and then I've got 3 of those. Because it gives me room to route everything round, basically. Obviously not put the connections on these. So we then go to this. Yeah, I think that's right. So how many of these do I need? I need blooming loads of these. So we need 13 of the 4. So, whoops. Copy and paste this. So that's 4. Now if we do, oh crikey, we've hit the spiders, so we'll move them out of the way. Oh, how far did these get? See, they got loads of stuff left, so we should be able to do basically this entire lake. Let's just do a couple of laps. See if they'll fill it all in there. Right, what was I doing? So, no, I was going to copy and paste that again. Starting to doubt myself now. I'm not quite sure why I've left those gaps there. Why have I left those gaps there? So this was 13 of these, wasn't it, in theory? Oops. So I've got 8. So if I add 1 more, that's 12. And then, come on, through the trees, through the trees, through the trees. There we go. And then 1 more. So that gives me 13 rows of red. Where's it not? Oh, it's at the top. Oh, no, it's 12 rows of red. What have I done there? I guess it's because I overlapped them rather than... Yeah, I must have overlapped them rather than stuck them on separately. So that should be 13 rows. Oh, no. My fingers are betraying me. And then it's 4 there. 1, 2, it's 3 there. And I've only got, oh, bum. Bum. Okay. So, I need to pick that up. Or cut that. But then, oh, because there's a lot of it been laid down. Okay. If I copy that, do that, and then do that. Cool. Yeah, I'm not fully sure exactly why I've done that. I think it's because there's something I need to route round here that I couldn't otherwise get to, but I'm not 100% sure what. Let's circle that and we'll see, because I need to pick all that rubbish up that got laid down. Oh! Did I not? What? Oh, I went to the wrong one. It should have been that one. There we go. Oh, now I'm filling it out. Yeah, it's basically because I've got the steel here, but I need room to basically route like plastic and green circuits to these. So this is like a void effectively. There's nothing in here in terms of machines, but it's where I can like route a load of belts. Pretty sure that's what I did. Yeah, okay. So basically we need steel along the side here. Now, the way I've done it, I've just stuck it out the side. But I could tweak the arrangement, but that's fine. So basically, where's the generic smelter? There it is. Right, so that's there. So I guess I guess if we have this output along the bottom, because I could take it out the middle, but I guess it's not going to make a lot of difference really. Right, so I'll do the old trick again. I could get rid of them just to avoid any confusion in terms of undergrounds or anything. You know, so they don't connect themselves up or anything like that. Right, and then because I've got the bricks going down the middle, so I mean it should be okay. Because it's only 18 rows, and with them being slower, or 18 smelters basically, I should be able to bring the iron along the side. That might actually help alleviate this problem. I can't remember whether it was the iron that was the problem, because otherwise I'm going to have iron coming up the side here, and it's going to get in the way of all this. Because we need green circuits for these as well, you see. So that might help a little, because I don't think I did that before, or on the test map. When I get this complicated, I say I forget exactly what I did. Yeah, let's go with that, and then we'll see if that is a complete disaster. Okay. Because what actually... Oh, no, that's right. Sorry. Because if I just do it along the sides here, actually it needs to be way, way, way... It's like 36, which is too much, basically. So what I'm actually doing, and I've not accounted for that here, have I? Is like putting two, well, basically bringing them through. So basically, these are fine like this, but then I'm extending it down. I've got too many. It's only 3 rows of smelters. It's not 4. It's 3. Because it's 3 and then 6 of these. Nuts. Okay. How am I going to chop that off? I could... If I delete that... Oh, it's got that. Get rid of the bots. Delete that. And then cut and paste this whole malarkey. Which is partially filled in, which is annoying. And this should go on here. Yeah, there we go. And then this should go here. I'm just going to stick, in fact, let's just plop this in. Because say what I think I actually did is send these up and merge them in with these belts. And it was these that went down the middle, you see. Yeah, I think that's what I did. It's 20 to 6 though. Can I be bothered to properly work all that out? I think I'm just going to copy and paste the actual machines, and then we'll kind of work out the problem with the belts later on. Or which is to say, I'll go and have a look at what the heck I did on the test map. I remember having to have this void, and it might have been that I like sent these back again or something, or perhaps fed them in the top as well. But then how did I get the red circuits in? Past me is inscrutable. Right, so we need the gigantic 18. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oops, why is that not? There we go. So we'll copy and paste that and plop it there. This blueprint isn't right, is it? Because what's going on there? Why have I got... Oh, that's nuts. That's that bit. Oh, let's put that back. Oh, no. I wish there was a redo. Right. In fact, actually, let's correct that then. Did I have it on? Oh, of course I did, because it was feeding in. Okay. Right, let's do that. So it's that. And then I should just be able to copy up that bit. Put it on these 3. So that's 6 again. So 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's only 5, isn't it? So do one more. And then this. 6, 6 is a 36. So that's then 12. And then that's 18, which is what we need. So then copy that. Deary me. Oh, that's caused my game to chug. And then it's something like that. And then I have to fix these basically. Okay, let's take that out altogether. Well, actually, in a sense, it wouldn't matter because that would just be refreshing what's on that belt. But that's fine. Yeah, so there we go. That's the basics of the blueprint. Oh no, it isn't. I've forgotten the green circuits down the bottom here. Oops. There's too many trees, too many trees. Now what I'm doing here, because I think it's that I'm what I'm doing, why there's this gap, is that because I got to feed in copper wire, green circuits, and plastic. And so I need some room to be able to figure it around. And from memory, I can actually get rid of that one. And effectively, I've then got this channel to take those materials up. That is my memory of what I've done. But as I say, I could have got very, very confused. It would not surprise me. So what I'll do, I'll pop the green machines in, because basically the copper's all on one side. Because if you remember this system here, where's the blue circuits? This system here is like 4 unmirrored, so I can effectively do that. What I've actually done is basically put the green circuits on this side this time and send them down, basically. That makes sense, I'm sure. Because we want, I'm just going to plop these machines in so it's not far off of ending time. Right. Oh, crikey. What's going on over here? Cool. Someone should have more assemblers for me. Oh, let's put in that. And, oh. Why haven't they got any prod modules? What I did before when I was doing the blue and grey is I took actual pictures of my the builds I'd done. So but this time I say I've just noted the things down on the spreadsheet. I didn't quite have time to. Well, it's not. I've not optimized it really. That was where I kind of got to with what time I had in between nearly sweating to death. Yeah, and basically, I mean, obviously, this is, we already know this is too much copper. It can feed like 4 machines, or it will be anyway. So the green then is here. How many do I actually need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Which kind of makes sense because it's like 2 to 1. No, 4 to 1. I put them here. 2, 3, rather. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I didn't put the bum. Let's put the prods in. So that's at least in the thing. I say I'll have to work all the routing out, and I'll take some proper pictures of what I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I remember it getting complicated, and that's kind of why I haven't, done it effectively. Done the pictures. What's going on there? There we go. And that goes there. And again, it's kind of the overproduction thing that I'm doing. yeah, so hopefully that's essentially it. How am I going to get it to pick up? Okay, what I can do is I can chuck all my stuff in a couple of boxes. Apart from them, obviously. And then we can run around and pick up the things. Now, we need to get rid of that. Is there anything else on the blueprint list? No, I think that's all fine. So if I turn my bots on, they should do the picking up job. What are you putting in? What are you putting in? Oh, I guess they're picking up. Oh, that's not going to work then, is it? Because they're picking up belts and putting them back down again. That's annoying. Oh well, at least they'll clear out the old rubbish and pick up the trees. And anything they do put in is in the quotes right position. Even though, as I say, I've almost certainly got some stuff wrong from where it's meant to be, but we can at least sort of clear out the area. So I can't remember with these how I fed them up. Because obviously I can't have them all feed into one lane. Because it's then far too much for that one lane. So did I take... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I did. I can't because there's no radars. I have a feeling that this void thing, combined with taking some of this out, was kind of crucial to it. That's what I seem to remember struggling with when I was doing it. Let's get rid of these trees. Might as well. Okay. Ah, dear. There's no trees up here. Get rid of them. So I'll just sort of clear it up, and then I will attempt to blueprint it, because the ones I've put in, the belts, I'm pretty sure of. And it's the ones I need to go and look up that I've left. So hopefully there shouldn't be too many edits to this when I refresh my memory. Which is obviously what I'll do next time. So basically coming up to 6 o'clock, which is the end time. Not the end times, the end time. Oh, crikey. That's a lot of wood. Let's make some more. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I only meant to do 5. I'll turn that into landfill. Cool. I'll stick all them. Oh! Let's do a double. Cool. Yeah, so I'll clean all this up in terms of trees and stuff, and just to make sure there's no rogue, things I deleted or undid or whatever. And we'll stick it in a blueprint. Because then I'll be able to... In fact, we'll see how badly it chugs. Might as well do that. Because I can basically... Because this isn't where I want it. I want it, the other direction, I think. But say I need to work out where all the trains go, all the train stations. So I need to be able to plop this down, or at least see where it will go on the map, so that I can plan all those out. And so between streams, I would definitely landfill. So I mean, if we look at that distance, it's about that distance, isn't it? So I am going to basically have to landfill this lake. And then, as I say, the question is whether I put the trains, say, here, and then the build, or I put, the build there, and then trains on either side, or maybe I put the build here, and we have all sorts of trains going on. But essentially, this sector, this chunk, I'm pretty much anticipating being purple science, because of how many trains I need. I could probably fit the actual gold science build in, but we probably wouldn't be able to do all of the trains. Because this is, that's blue, and it's like twice as many trains. And I haven't actually put the plastic build in yet. I need to do the plastic build, but that's just a copy and paste basically. So not fussed about, and I'm not fussed about it being connected to this. I can have that wherever, and we'll just belt it around like I did here basically. But yeah, so I do need to keep a bit of water. In order to make, to do all the cracking. I mean, we could go coal liquefaction, couldn't we? But I mean, I'd still need water, but it would cut down on one station. I have to think about that one. But yes, so how are we doing on this? Are we all picked up? And I think so. Right, now it's not going to let me just blueprint it, is it? Because it's not in Vision. So what I'll have to do, I'll have to head up to the corner. I'll put more legs on to make it a bit quicker. Head up to the corner, and then run down with a blueprint, and hopefully my machine won't die, basically. I say there are tweaks. I'm pretty sure I need more green circuits here, for example. In fact, I know I need more green circuits, but I can't remember how I routed it round. In fact, I'm pretty sure I need lots more green circuits, but we can sort that out. That's a relatively minor tweak. So let's have a go. We're about... No, we need to be a bit further this way. Yeah, so if I run across here with a blueprint... I mean, I could rig up radars and do it that way, but it's just... Might as well just do this. Right. I say, so... If my machine dies a death, then for those who've been watching, thanks for watching along. But say we will see. I just think because when I blueprinted the other things over the other side, it really chugged. So this could be, the numbers aren't going up anymore, so that must be the entire blueprint. Wow, there we go. It wasn't the actual blueprinting that was the problem. It was the checking it on the map. So I say that's where we'll see if it dies a death. Right, so if I just put a little purple science thing on there. Hey, look. Oh. Am I still alive? I think so. Right. Let's do it on the map. Oh, it's okay on the map. Well, okay-ish. I've got everything, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so I'm thinking about doing it in that orientation. But as I say, I might, if it doesn't turn out that trains are too bad, or I decide to go all four sides for the trains, maybe, then we might be able to put a few here. But the problem with that is obviously I've got the trains for the grey science here, so I don't want any stations on this side. But I could do some weird routing where I take a branch going up, and put the trains at that side. So there's all that to think about. But I am pretty sure I'm going to end up landfilling certainly this part of the lake, by the looks of things. which is going to take a while. But I'll do that between streams. In fact, let's zoom in and see what it does. Oh my lord. I haven't got the thing up, have I? Oh, crikey. Show FPS. There we go. What does that do? Wow! 20 FPS. Blimey. It doesn't like that blueprint. Luckily, I'm only going to plop it down once. Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock, and that's it for this week. Next week, we will pick up basically where we are. What I will do between streams is to say landfill this lake at the very least. I need to put in loads of outposts. So if I do anything, it will be that. I won't progress this build any further, other than go on my test map and work out what I've actually done with all the belts and the passing stuff through, and take some screen caps basically, so I can check that out and see how I've routed it around. Why are you flashing? Okay. But yeah, so that's it for this week. I guess I'll do my outro stuff then. So basically, I'm Trismegistus. Trismegistus up there. You can find me on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter, all at the same with the same username, Trismegistus. However, on YouTube and Twitter, it's alias to Triggles. So you're looking for Trismegistus or Triggles on any of those platforms. I stream weekends, basically, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Fridays, I play Satisfactory for a couple of hours. I'll be honest, that's probably my game time during the week, other than maybe picking up some of the games I really need to play. I'd probably do Satisfactory rather than this. I could do with a bit of a break in a sense from this. But yeah, so Satisfactory Friday, couple of hours from 3 p.m. British Summer Time. I then stream Factorio from 3 o'clock British Summer Time on Saturday and Sunday. 3-hour streams over the summer. You can find a schedule on my Twitch page for the local times. I archived my VODs to YouTube, as I think a lot of streamers do. They're unedited, just the full thing. So if you want to catch up with the full playlist, they're on there for both Satisfactory and Factorio. They go up, so Fridays for Satisfactory for the VOD, and Tuesdays and Thursdays for the Factorio VODs. I will, at some point, revive some of my Let's Play type series, but that's probably not going to be till the autumn, I don't think. Not sure I can summon the energy to do that just yet. Yeah, so that's it for this week. We did a lot, for this week, we did a little more than I thought we were going to. Essentially, the bus is now, that's it, in a sense. It's done, it's finished. All I may have to do is add on maybe a few extra outputs, but hopefully we can start thumping through mining productivity and it sort of becomes a vanishing problem. Otherwise, it's about getting purple done, gold done, and then the space science and associated rocket food. So yeah, so say thanks for joining me if you have been, and if you're on YouTube watching the VODs back, then a like, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff would be good. And if you want to pop on and say hi during the live stream, then that would be great too. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Cheers.